Hey, how's everyone going? Well, congratulations to, let me start off. Congratulations, my brain's not working today. My brain. Okay. Let's rewind this for a little bit. Okay, congratulations to Rowan County Little League for winning the World Championship. They won it 2 times in the last 4 years. One every 2 years. That's a good ratio, and they're a really, really a good team. All that hard work and dedication is something to be admired greatly. Whew. And they came back home tonight, so I went there to welcome them back. And everyone, it was a mess there. The Catawba guys football team was there. I think they were I know they were the loudest ones there. I had fun. It was nice seeing them, even though I only saw them in the bus. I couldn't even get to where they were. There was a whole crowding around them. And before they even came, a lot of people wanted to get on TV, so they all went over there and talked to the channel newswoman. And I think David wasn't there from the local news. It was covered pretty much by Spectrum News and the local and so forth. It was a big deal, and it still is a big deal. Especially when Rowan County is not big. Not really. That's one of the very few things we got right. Yeah. Okay. Life. It's funny. Yeah, today I went without makeup for the most part, but for this video I wanted for you to tell whether or not I'm different from a boy and a girl. But no. I don't mind. It doesn't matter what gender people call you by. It's who you are. It's who you choose to become by your actions. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks of you. It really doesn't. What you're doing for yourself to make you healthy, which is what I'm going to do, which I am doing. I am. At least I could stand for a good while without giving out. I stood up longer than some of the football players. Let's just put it that way, okay? Okay, give me some credit. Give me some credit. Come on. Like, I ain't that for a bit. Local news. It wasn't fake news, at least. Come on. How can you trust any news media if they're biased? That's my opinion. That's just a good question. just do your own research. And I'm going to do my own research and stay focused. It's good not to worry about everything so fast and rush into anything, because rushing could ruin it. From experience, yes. I'm really bad at it. I admit it. Look out. I need to be less harder on myself. But I'm hard on myself for a reason, because I want to be better. I want to be a better version of who I am. For the people I love. Come on. If I can't take care of myself, how am I going to take care of someone else? Let's put it this way, I have to focus on that as well. So, juggling act, I don't mind. It's a challenge. Okay? And one day I want to get on a show that goes back and checks your ancestry and find the roots. I think it's called the roots something. This channel's gonna kick my ass for this, because I'm really bad at names. I couldn't even remember Michael B. Jordan's name, and we seen a guy that looked like him. One night we hung out. She didn't notice. I pointed it out to her. Even she agreed he looked like him. Just saying. Double gangers. I couldn't even remember Michael Jordan at all. The name. Come on. One of the best basketball players of all time. And I couldn't even remember that. I mean, life's too short to be serious 100% of the time. You gotta have to be flexible at some point. Like a ballerina during ballet. I feel a load off. Since I took time off of social media. And I really, really am pushing this book called In Real Life by Nev. He does the shows called Catfish TV series. Look into the book called In Real Life. It's an eye-opener as well. People are so quick to condemn people for falling for catfish, but there's a psychological aspect to it that you need to understand. And it makes you really, really understand the person a lot better. It isn't how smart you are to fall for it. It really isn't. Even the smartest person can fall for it. If they're lonely, if they're desperate, yes. You cannot judge people based on them falling. I've been there. Yeah, people put me down because I fell for it a lot. I mean, just this one time though. But I don't get to hear the end of it. It's like, when you screw up one time, and you've already made apologies, and you've already, gotten over it, but the other person keeps on bringing it up over and over and over again. Don't you get sick and tired of it? They won't let go. That's how family members are with me. Oh, you shouldn't have done this. Oh, whenever we get in an argument, it's thrown back in my face. That is not constructive criticism. That is actually damaging. And that right there is verbal, is abuse in a certain way. They tear your confidence down. Make you feel dumb and stupid and like you can't do anything right. That is abuse. If they tear you down like that, that is abuse. And if you're going to say, the thing is, we all say stuff out of anger, we regret, but even I don't go to the point of putting someone down when I get angry. At least not to that extent. I may call out their full name, and I have done so. Especially with someone who has a shitty ass grin that's up to no good. Gotta love them. Yeah, you just gotta love them. But the thing is, sometimes we do stuff that hurt others that we don't realize until after. And then there's some people who don't realize they do it at all. Self-awareness is a very, very good trait to have. We all screw up. Over and over until we learn our lessons. We're humans. That's what makes us human. And I swear, there's people who never, ever notice they're hurting anyone else. Even when they're told they are. Yeah. Oblivious is that. Yeah, on that point, what I learned from that book in the most good way possible. Social media is one of the things we hide behind. We're cowards sometimes. Hiding behind social media. And it should only be used for the basics, like keeping in contact and everything like that. Especially with long distance people we want to keep in contact with. Yes, it's good for that. I highly recommend using it for that purpose, to keep in touch with loved ones that are long distance. But we overuse it. We depend on it so damn much. And the internet too, for so much that if someone were to hack or anything with the U.S., we're doomed. Let's put it this way, we rely too much on the digital era and technology that if something happened to technology, we're screwed. Let's put it that way. And you can't say I'm not telling the truth, because I liked handwritten stuff at times. Especially when you're dealing either with accounting or anything. You gotta keep your receipts in a good place to keep them. Just in case technology's down, you need to know how to do the math in your head to figure it out, or on a calculator at least. But even then, that's battery operated. But you have to learn to do the stuff just in case something's there. For example, when I was working at the Intimidators, the machine didn't work half the time. I met 1 or 2 times it didn't work. I had to keep the stuff written down and give the correct change out. Good thing I'm good at math, or that would have been a issue. But it's good to keep something backed up just in case stuff like that happens. An outage or anything. But relying too much on technology, am I right to call it a double-edged sword? At times it's good, but it could come back and bite you. Especially when everything could be used against you now. And you don't know what to post anymore because people can misinterpret or use it against you to take you down. Even if you don't mean it in that way. You know? People rely too much on attacking people, but I think defending someone you love is a noble. That's just me. The only way I attack anyone is if they're like attacking someone I love. It isn't criticism when they're calling them every name in the book. That is not criticism. That's going over it and telling lies, deceit. Oh, come on. That shows lack of respect. It's like, I'm highly on respecting people. You can have fun, you can criticize them, but you can't go overdoing it. There's certain things that's like constructive criticism, yes. But there's this destructive criticism that isn't good at all. And people will defend the people they love. That's human nature. Get used to it. It isn't a bad thing defending people. But some people defend they go way too far in defending. See, I never call anyone ugly or comment on anyone's body size or a woman's figure just to be mean. There's some things that are just mean and spiteful and hateful. A bad attitude. To me, that isn't constructive. That is destructive. And there's no one alive who's a complete saint. We all have issues. But at what cost? Are you going to get jealous? Are you going to attack someone for no fucking reason? Oh, because you get insecure with yourself? One thing for sure. Your insecurity, you can't blame that on anyone else but yourself. Here's another tidbit from the book I learned. And from the book I'm reading with, it was in the first chapter of the Corey's book. in his first chapter. You are responsible for your own actions. May I say it again? You are responsible for your own actions. Not the actions of everyone else, but your own. How's that? That's the point I'm trying to make. We want to blame our actions on other people, but we fail to see our own faults, our own misguided ways too. That right there, that's the issue. That is. And I see when I do something wrong, I actually admit it. I really do. I admit it out front. And no matter how many times people try to disrespect me or stuff, I don't do it back. Because I realize that escalates the situation. It doesn't end it. It escalates it. And that's common sense. I mean, really. It's hard. It really is. There are times I actually do want to attack, but I don't. That takes strength of character to hold back when you need to. There are times when you need to stand when you have to. If you don't say these things in person, don't post them online. That's one of the rules that's in the catfish book. And it's also one of the rules I've always tried to keep online. I try to keep it. If I can't say it in person, I don't post it all over the internet. The internet, people snap. And they have evidence of what you say because they screenshot it, and it's there forever what you said. Even if you go and delete it off of your Twitter and off of Instagram, it's still there. And people snapshot it, and then they'll use it against you. The thing is, taking stuff out of context, that's a bully move, to be honest. Some people give me a headache, you know? And social media does for a while. If we just stop looking at our phones and pay attention to the people around us, with me, I'd rather be on my phone. But to be honest, I like it when I'm off my phone. My family gives me a headache sometimes, but while I'm here, while I'm making changes to myself, I'm going to be there for my family. Even if they don't change. I love my family no matter what. But it's best for me to get my own life. I know my parents can barely walk. My mom could barely walk. And they're getting crankier each year, to be honest. And they're getting a little bit meaner at times. And sometimes me and my brother don't know how much we can take. Because they might begin to mention that really would change a lot of things for me. Because I'll have to back up on my plans for myself. because I can't let my brother do it alone. I just hope they don't get dementia. I hope they can stick it up because I want to go. I need a break free. Ever felt like that? I know some people get tired of hearing me complain. But changes don't come like automatically. They take time. And sometimes trust takes time. You just can't rush trusting. In my life, yeah, underprivileged, nah. Because I still got some privileged because of the color of my skin. Even though I'm part indigenous or Native American. / Native American, same difference. I want to see where my roots grow though, to be honest. My ancestors, I know on my biological mother's side, the ancestors were treated wrong. Cherokee. And yet some Cherokee that I found out from my friend LaShawna, some of them own slaves, and that is sad. I don't believe people should own people. That's wrong. I mean, it should obviously be wrong. Come on. It should be obvious. But no. That's part of U.S. history. And that never made America great. That was a dark history of America. And it's still a little dark yet, but it's getting brighter. But the thing is, we need to worry about climate change as well. Y'all voted not to talk politics, just life in general, so let me just roundabout change the subject a little bit. Sometimes I wonder, why do people go online just to try to sabotage someone? Or do something to get attention, to sabotage? Don't you have your own life to live? I mean, come on. Life is great on your own. And I've had plenty of people who did me wrong. And yet, I don't blame them for anything happening in my life. Nothing at all. I don't blame them. I blame myself. Because I wasn't strong enough at the time to say no. Like, I let people talk me out of my dreams because they didn't believe in me. I should have believed in myself the whole time. I believe anything is possible. It's our mindset. And overall. That's what I learned from the catfish and basically that book as well. Because he went out, he did everything to become a success. Even he was far from perfect. People can change. People have turned their lives around. But the thing is, the worst people for us, the worst people that gives us advice can be ourselves at times. But who do we want to be? That's the big question. Do Do you like yourself? Do you like yourself? That's the main issue. It's your life. It's your choice. It's up to you. It ain't up to anyone else. I don't ever agree with anyone telling anyone how they live their lives. People have free will for a reason. Supporting people is the only thing we can do. It's up to them to choose. And having someone be controlling someone, nah. I'm not a control freak. I'm not going to control anyone's actions. It's up to them. Ultimately, telling people what they should and shouldn't do, that's pretty much the worst kind of scumbag imaginable, right? There's some things you can tell that, oh, this feels uncomfortable to me, but if it's good for you, then do it. I mean, there's some issues that I'm not comfortable with, but overall, I'll get over it. But the thing is, will it hurt the one in the future? You can tell your point of view, but you can't force someone. You can't force yourself onto somebody to change them. But the change, I do choose to change. Because I need to for my health. My health for one. And that's what I need to do. Because I want to live. I try not to think about suicide, but this world gets at me so much. The violence, the anger, the hatred. I feel that. I feel so deeply, and I've always had that tender heart. And I got marked growing up for it. For just being me. And I don't care. I am going to be me regardless of what people say. Screw them. If they can't accept you for who you are, then you're better off without them. And that's the truth. Because people trying to change other people to fit their own agenda, what they think you should be, yeah, that's not me. That's definitely not me. I want people to have fun. I want people to enjoy life. Live. Especially when they smile and be happy. That's when they're most beautiful and the most handsome. Because that makes them who they are. Their heart. Some of their bluntness. I think the pig is like one of the cleanest animals. We just make them dirty. And besides, if anyone, me being big, for right now, the positive thing, no one can pick me up or kidnap me. So I'll just laugh it off. If every negative thing hits me, I'll laugh it off. Because the only one, okay, here's the thing from, here's a quote. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. And that's true. You give them the power to hurt you. That's it. that the power you have inside of you, you can wear your armor. You cannot let them get to you. Because you're strong on their own. And I'm going to end this. This is the longest video. Not, well, the longest I've been talking. Let's do it at that. So, just do some random act of kindness. Pay it forward, in other words, because we all need help from time to time. And karma comes back. If you help people, it'll come back for you and they'll help you. But treat people like they're trash and call them trash. You'll get exactly what you deserve, in my opinion. Because no matter what choices people make, they don't deserve to be called trash. Because we're human beings. We're not garbage. We're human. We have a heart. And that is really manipulative, to be honest. I'll just end it right there. Be nice, be kind. Life has a way of being amazing back. Ciao for now.